Top of the afternoon, family. It's your cousin P from the B, man. How y'all feeling out there, man? I ain't doing nothing but one of them great days again, man. My second twin is graduating today. Yeah, of course we got them at different schools, man. You know, they Roddy Pipers, man. They got to be, apart so they can have their own identity. However, I want to big up to my daughter, Amira. It's over. Now real life begins. So when you see this podcast, you know I'm talking to you. Real life begins. This is podcast 31. I was thinking today while I was getting dressed at the house, and I was thinking about, matter of fact, let me tell you this. But I had my other daughter came over today, and we had a beautiful conversation. And she said, "Dad, I'm on my way out there." I said, "Okay, I'm off work." She said, "Well, I'll be at the house." She came on to the house, and we chopped it up for a couple hours, and she came with a plan. She told me about her plan and what she wanted to do, and I commend my daughter for wanting to be. Just seeing the maturity and the growth as a young lady growing up, man, and she ain't into all what society into, and she about her business, and she about being productive. So she said, "Look, Dad, this is what we want to do. We're going to Universal Studios, and this is my plan that I made for us and the girls. We all gone. We got to rent a car. Each person pay this. We got the Airbnb. Each person pay this. I paid my she said the tickets cost that, and I got it all planned out how much we save, and we'd be able to enjoy ourselves with spending money." So I'm listening to her. I was like, damn, man, my baby growing up, man. She's gonna go on and take her a trip to LA. She wanna go to Universal Studios and have a good time with all her sisters. And I shout out to Paris. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? She took the initiative to come out and holler at her pops and, talk about a few other things. And it feel good. It actually feel good. But in talking with her, what came to mind is why I'm doing this podcast 31. Podcast 31. When do you know that you found the right person for yourself? When do you know, and how do you know? And the question to that answer is you don't know. You actually don't know when you have found the right person. And this is why in Islam it's called courting. You court the person to identify attributes about the person, to see, to identify what you're dealing with. How does he or how does she act in certain situations? How do they carry themselves outside your presence? When difficult times hit, how do they handle that? It's called courting in Islam. And so, majority of us growing up have rushed into situations that we wish we hadn't rushed in, not by a long shot, but due to ignorance and being looking for instant gratification opposed to longevity. And so we rushed into situations assuming this is the one, and when we become involved with one another, we start finding out about things we didn't know because we were too quick to rush to judgment on what they showed us in the first 6 months of the year. And so a lot of these relationships had children due to those circumstances. dissatisfaction brings about a change, so the people so the father and the mother separated and was unable to raise that child as being parents, opposed to a baby daddy and a baby mama. So it's very important, dear family, that when we get involved in relationships, you have to find out, is she or he in your best interest under all circumstances. It says after difficulties come ease, so you got to try that person in trial. You got to figure out whether or not this person is genuinely for you or they just want a piece of you. It's a difference. Are they genuinely in my best interest? Do they love me? Before you make that decision and say, this is the one. I've been through a whole lot of relationships in my life, unfortunately. And what I've learned now is that I was rushing to judgment due to stability. Men always want women that is a yes, I do it. And we figure a woman that humbles herself and submits to our will and do what we ask her to do or what we tell her to do is the best woman for us. Oh man, if you could feel the wisdom that I'm about to give you, in my experience, that's definitely not the case. That's that instant gratification once again. She's appeasing or appealing to my satisfaction, but not my soul. She's giving me everything I want, but she's not making me work for it. So I don't value it as much. So it's like been there, done that, had that, I don't need it no more. Go to something new, go to something next. And so it's very important to not just give yourself that easy. I'm talking to women. Court that man and see if that man is in your best interest. See if that man is in your best interest. And it ain't always about the emotional part or the emotional connection, because love and hate is the same emotion, just in different directions. So talk about the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The same energy that it takes me to love you is the same energy it would take for me to hate you. It's just the opposite. And this is why they say the opposite attracts. So don't get so involved emotionally and you have no substance behind the emotion. What are you building? What is the future? So when they say plan for the future, take the love part of it out. Because love come and go. But what is going to sustain you that you may still be in a solid, strong relationship when the love has fallen off? When you're no longer agreeing, when you're having disagreements or dissatisfaction, what is there to sustain you once the sex is gone, the kiss is gone, the hug is gone? You better have a foundation that you're standing on. You guys better have a foundation that you're standing on. And I'm telling you this out of experience. As I've always said, I have children, plural. And I commend my children's mothers without a doubt. I don't speak no malice on them, though we may have disagreements, and though they may feel some particular way about your cousin P. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm headstrong, the fact that I'm driven in a different way than others, some of us separated. A lot of us stop getting along because in relationships, it's either too much of something or not enough of something. I'm going to say that again. When relationships become dysfunctional or when relationships don't work, it's either too much of something or not enough of something. Understand that. So with my case, I salute my children's mother. My ambitions is too strong. You can't keep it in a box. So I just say I outgrew my children's mothers. And those are those relationships that I'm referring to when we're lusting or we're liking or we think this is the one because of the emotional attachment opposed to the longevity attachment. I'm hoping y'all hear me out here. Don't make the same mistakes that your cousin P made. Not that it was bad, because I love my children, they're beautiful. But when you have an opportunity to listen and learn and put to work what you have received for yourself, man, you'll have more money in your pocket, less stress on your mind, and you will be at peace with yourself. Yeah, I'm rocking the bald head today, man. You know, I'm going to my daughter's graduation. My glasses, I got my glasses on, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're going to be... Now, I'm back at you. When do you know that you have the right one? You don't know. Getting in bed with that person and that person making you feeling good don't necessarily mean that's the right person. Going out having a good time, eating and going on dates and movies, that's average, normal. The unalike attracts. So he got to, or she got to be doing something that's going to make you the man that God intended for you to be and make you the woman that God intended for you to be. Bringing something different to the table. He got to, or she got to be bringing something different that's going to make me stand alone. Make her stand alone. That's what he or she got to be doing for you in order for you to say this is the right one. Unfortunately, I'm never satisfied. I always want more. You know, I stopped being content with just paying rent. So I learned, and shout out to my cousin House the Boss, man. The journey that we've been on since youngsters.